Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my Happy Home Paradise DLC. This one is part 3. Last episode we went ahead and constructed school on the island, which I think was pretty nice. The fact that they were able to actually let us get the exterior and interior of it was really cool. I'm hoping that we have other buildings that we can actually decorate and design in the future. Now, I didn't really get too much time to play this game offline, even though I was super excited about it. But I did complete one more animal house, which I'll be going ahead and showing it today. But here we are on the island. Let's see which villages we have here today, as well as our DIY message bottle, which we'll be getting now. Pretty cool. I think I really like some of these villages. Maybe I'll be able to invite them and give them their own house. Anyway, here is the school that we did decorate and design. But let me go to the main building and see what we have to do over there. Now, I've already played this game today. So I did actually buy an item that I had seen right next to Wardell. But we are going to ignore it and go ahead and talk to Lottie. The reason why I was here is because I actually decorated a villager's house, which I'll be able to show later on. But it seems like we have amiibo scanner available now. This is really cool. If you do have a amiibo card, you can go ahead and use it. I myself have one, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it on this one right here. It's actually a amiibo card of my very favorite villager. And I am gonna go ahead and use it right here. This is same as the amiibo search that we do get in the resident services building, so it should be pretty easy. Alright, there we go. We are gonna go ahead and call the client. In this case, it is actually Lottie. I really like this villager, so I did have her amiibo card. Let me go ahead and invite her to the Paradise Island so that we can go ahead and construct a vacation house for her. I think this is a really good idea. I'm excited to see what she would actually do. After all, each of these animals till now had their own theme, so I'm interested in Lollie's theme as well. Here she is, pretty cool. I guess we would eventually get all of the animals available on this island, but for now we are gonna go with hers. So it is her training ground. Alright, it is a interesting topic, although we did actually cover this just before with the school. Anyway, this is the location I'm taking on, just because she is more of a suburban cat. Let's go to the location and see how I can actually decorate it. This is gonna be exciting. I have been moving a bit forward in the storyline. The reason why we did get the amiibo scanner is because I actually decorated a villager's house before I started this episode. I think we'll be able to get something more once we do complete this house. Here we are. I really like the design of this one. We also have a river that is going around, as well as a park fountain in the background. I think this looks super cool. Maybe I can actually replicate this on my island as well. Personally, I've never gone for a simpler design on the island, which I think I should definitely embrace. Anyway, let me go ahead and make some changes and decorate this part right here. Here we are, this is the final design. As you can see, it's much more foggy as well as winter season, which I think looks super nice. Although we didn't really have too much area to actually design, I went with a much simpler path with a small garden table and a couple of chairs. When we did enter, it actually had 2 rooms. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this one. Apparently, it is the Paradise Planning partition plan. This is pretty cool. I think now we'll be able to go ahead and partition our room as we like. I don't think it has to be the way it is now. Although I really like this one, I think I might make some more changes. Anyway, this is something new for me to try out. And definitely it seems like we do have new things being introduced in this DLC. go ahead and I guess decorate her house. In this case, I actually didn't use any of the items she actually wanted me to use. I'm going to use them indoor. As long as you either use it outside or inside the house, you don't really have to duplicate it. That is, if you do use all the items that an animal has requested outdoors, you don't have to, replicate it inside. Either way, here is the final design for her house. As you can see, there are all of the items that she requested. The table, the laptop, as well as the board. Other than that, I did give her a front room, although there is no space. I guess we are just going to adjust with this one. I could have increased the room size a bit more, but we are just going to roll with this and just go and tell her that it's done. It's definitely one of those interesting designs that I did work on. I'm also trying to keep a different theme for each of these houses. So here we have Lottie's house. I guess her training grounds. This is the entrance, and we do have a partition curtain that goes to the bedroom as well as the main room. I think once I do actually come back to her house in the future, I'll go ahead and increase the size, maybe add some more partition and make it look so much more better. Anyway, let me know in the comment section if you really like this design or not, or what I could have changed to make it much better. Anyway, now that we are done with this one, I think it's time for me to go ahead, get some photos and then head back. In this case, I think I have a really good photo, but let's see. I actually didn't realize that the partition curtains don't actually open up all the way around, which is kind of an issue. I really wish it did, because when I actually used it in the catalog, it actually opened up completely, and that's how I thought it would actually look. Anyway, I think it's time for me to head back. Let's see what Lottie and the others have to say about this one. Here we are, as usual, and we do get paid in Poki. Since I have not really bought the other items, I'm actually getting a lot of Poki right here. Hopefully I'll be able to convert it into bells in the future. We also have a bit more dialogue with Niko, and this is mainly on the partition walls we just used. I think from now on we'll be able to add this one on different villager houses and make different designs. I think it is very helpful to kind of have different rooms. So it is definitely a really good addition for designing. There we go. That is all on this one right now. I guess we could actually work a bit longer. I still haven't really shown the villager house that I did decorate before this, so I have to do that. So here's something that happened offline. As soon as I opened up the game after the last episode, I actually saw Leaf standing here. He was talking about giving us a class on how to use other plants as a decoration for the house, which I thought was pretty nice. We also had a couple of questions that we had to answer. Even though they were pretty simple, I thought it was a fun thing. Unfortunately, I actually did not get the full recording, so this is all I have. But at the end, we did have an option of actually using hybrid flowers for decoration. I think that's what you actually saw me using for Lollie's house. The only other thing I did offline was go ahead and decorate Robin's house. As you can see, it has a unique wallpaper which I really liked. I didn't really get a chance to show the exterior of his house, but we will be visiting his house pretty soon, so I think I will just keep it aside for now. Anyway, here we are. This is the next day, and as you can see, it's a complete different timing from the first part of this video. We also have different villages with Stinky here for some reason. But of course, I will go ahead and head back to the main office, talk to Lottie and see what else we can do. I actually have another one of my amiibo card which I definitely want to use. I think I might be able to use it now. Before that, let me go ahead and buy this capsule toy machine. I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing it. Anyway, let me talk to Lottie and get into my work. There we go. I actually really like this uniform. I'm not really sure if I want to actually change it. But for now, we are just going to keep this uniform as it is. Unfortunately, we don't really have any other facilities that we can actually upgrade. Anyway, for now, we are going to use another amiibo card to invite another one of my favorite villager. You can definitely try and guess which villager it is. Write down the name in the comment section and then see if that was right. Anyway, I'm going to invite them right here. Of course, it takes some time for the transition, but here it is. It is Anka. I really like her and I really like her house. I think I'll be able to make her vacation house look more like her own home. So let's try that out. She also brings some unique furniture to the table which I think I'll be able to use. So I'm pretty excited for this one. But of course, before that, we do have to select a location. And for this one, I'm really not sure what location to use. I mean, her house is probably going to be gold theme. So I'm really not sure which is going to go well. Of course, she likes to name it Ancient Oasis. After thinking about it for some time, I'm going to select B1 location. It does have water surrounding it and also has a small pond. I think that is pretty good. There was another location that I almost selected. It was a location where there was an island in between and waterfalls all around it. But I think that location is way better for another villager. Anyway, here we are. By the way, you can actually decorate or change the log bridge that is right there. That is apparently customizable and I never realized it until I saw this location. Anyway, let me start decorating this one. And here it is. I've gone with a much simpler design with a lot of stone structures which I never thought I would use. But I think it looks super nice. I also used golden design on the house just to kind of have the interior and exterior kind of match. Either way, I'm actually excited in decorating the interior, so let me go ahead and do that. I think this one's gonna be amazing. So here is the interior. I gave her a open-ended house with a couple of pillars inside. But of course, it is all golden items, just the way her house is. If you haven't really seen her house, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I remember seeing a huge chair that was kind of at the center and a giant pyramid as well. I'm not really sure if I'm remembering it right, but I do remember the pyramid. Anyway, here is her house. I think this is a perfect photo for the Happy Home Academy app. Definitely these pillars are super nice. I think you'll be able to be very creative with them. You don't really have to keep all the pillars at the sides. You can also keep it in the center like how I've done for this one. Let me know in the comment section about what you thought on this design. Do you think it actually suits her? Or do you think I should have used another wallpaper or another item? Anyway, that is all on her house. I'm going to go ahead, select a photo and make my way back to the Happy Home Paradise Island to talk to Lottie. I've actually been playing this game for quite some time now, so I think I'll go ahead and end it out right here. Even though we didn't really have too much things happening on this episode, I think we definitely did quite a progress. I'll also make sure that I don't play this game offline too much, because if I do, you kind of skip a lot of these dialogues, like how we actually skipped out the part for hybrid flowers. Also, now that I've been playing this DLC for quite a few days, I definitely think I would recommend it to another person, especially if they do like decorating a house as much as I do. I mean, you do get some new things like partitioning your house or decorating your animal house after completing the kind of storyline in this DLC. But I think the more interesting part would be decorating and creating a house for each of these villages, which I'm really enjoying. Anyway, that is all I had for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this short video. If you did, please put a like and let me know in the comment section what you think about this DLC. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to support me more in a personal way, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.